Hello, is this thing on? So basically, everybody has been asking me for like a get ready with me / like makeup tutorial / like feminizing tutorial. People have been asking me like how I do it, like how I look this way and everything like that, which obviously a lot of it is just genetics and luck, you know, in terms of like how feminine I look and stuff like that. And I'm super grateful that, you know, I do look this way because I know that it's really hard for other people to pass. So I know that even if there's things that I don't like about myself, like I know that I'm lucky enough to be able to go to the bathroom and not have anyone, you know, stare at me or anything like that. So to the girls out there that have that issue, I'm sorry, and you know, I wish that it wasn't like that. Anyway, I just figured I would, you know, give my tips. I didn't really want to do a video like this originally because I just feel like, you know, everybody's experience is different and I can't say that one thing that worked for me will work for you or something like that, you know what I mean? So it's all individual and preference based, so don't take this as like you have to do this or like anything like that to be a woman or to, you know, pass as such. So yeah, don't feel like that, please. So number one, the first thing that I do literally every single morning is, well, first of all, like, you know, obviously I took my hair down and everything, but I usually will like wrap my hair at night and stuff like that into like buns, or I'll braid it so that it's kind of like wavy like this, because I have extensions too, like permanent extensions, so it's hard to get my real hair to match with my extensions like perfectly. I just kind of try to basically let it flow together as naturally as possible by like tying it all together and then just leaving it like that. And that's usually just all I do to it. And obviously I don't have makeup on right now, but normally I would have woken up with a ton of makeup on my face because I like never take my makeup off before I go to bed. Don't ask why. I have no idea why. I just prefer not to. I'm just so lazy at night and I just want to go to bed. And yes, that causes a lot of messy pillows and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm lazy, so sorry. So yeah, I definitely feel like everyone needs to start with just like a clean base. The base underneath your makeup and everything, like that really makes a difference in like how your makeup appears to other people, you know? So that's my first advice. What I first usually would do is I would remove my makeup with this, the Inky Oat Cleansing Balm. I love this. My makeup literally comes off with this like immediately. Also, sorry for my stumbling. I am not the best at filming videos, like, you know, speaking videos, so this is like new to me. I'm like a TikToker / like Instagram person. Like I do like short videos, so the long videos are new to me, so just bear with me. I would normally be taking off my makeup with this, but since I don't have makeup on today, I will not be using this, but just, you know, let's pretend that I used this, but normally I would use this. Basically, what I'm going to do is use the Tasha Rice Wash. Usually I would just basically mix this with that on top, or, you know, just put that on top, melt all the makeup or my eyes off and everything, and my mascara and stuff like that, and then I'll just take this, put it on my hands. I'm literally out right now of this stuff. I love it so much. I love this stuff so much, but yeah, the bottle of it is very, very small. But I just like how simple it is, and I like how, you know, it's like, it's not like an overwhelming like passion fruit vanilla scented flavor with additive like this, you know. I just feel like it's simple. When I don't have this, I will normally just use any of the bars of soap by Shea Moisture. My favorite is the African black soap, but I also use the turmeric one as well for dark spots and stuff like that, which I haven't really noticed any difference with the turmeric, so if you guys have, definitely let me know, but I haven't noticed any difference with it. Anyway, okay, my next step is I usually, after I like massage that in a little bit, I will take my exfoliator brush type thing for my face, and I will use either the turmeric or the African black soap to kind of exfoliate with. And I don't usually do this to my entire face like every single day. I only do it to the area that I will later be shaving every single day. So I do shave every single day, and I know everybody's gonna be like, get laser hair removal, blah, blah, blah. Yes, I know, but that takes time, obviously. There's patches that are missed, and I just prefer for everything to be totally perfect, so I just don't risk it, you know what I mean? So after I have exfoliated with that, I'm going to just shave everywhere on my face, obviously, until it's totally smooth. For makeup to be put on top of it and everything, I feel like that's really important for trans girls, especially in terms of passing and stuff like that, just because in my personal experience, that's what has clocked me in the past before, like in person. Like when I was like 14 or something like that, I think like there was this guy that I went on a date with or something like that, and he like mentioned that I had like chin hairs or something like that. And this was before I was like super comfortable with my identity, so I wasn't, you know, out necessarily like publicly yet. So this person did not necessarily know right away. They know now, obviously, but yeah, they did not know immediately. So yeah, and obviously I do recommend that everyone tell men that you're dating and stuff like that. But I was young and there wasn't a lot of information on this subject then, you know what I mean, and dating and stuff like that as a trans woman then, or a trans teenager then, so there was no guidebook, you know. So after shaving, basically I have like sensory issues with like washing my face, so I usually like remove the soap on my face and stuff like that just with like a towel, and like a wet towel I mean, rather than like splashing the water like directly on my face or anything like that, unless I'm like in the shower, but not when I'm not in the shower. Okay, now that everything's off my face and I shaved and everything, I basically just put on my moisturizer, which is the Tasha Dewy Skin Cream. The next thing that I usually do is I obviously have just perfect natural hair. My hair is all natural, it's totally natural, and I've never had extensions in my life. I was born with hair this long, actually. Yeah, it's totally natural. Psych. Anyway, but yeah, so I'm gonna put on bangs. Like I said, I have permanent hair extensions, K-tip extensions. I also wear this clip-in topper piece because I feel like it lowers the edge of my forehead a little bit, and I feel like that's a big thing for trans women as well. Like when they get FFS and stuff like that, the hairline is lowered. So just a tip to any girls out there that are insecure about their forehead or anything like that, clip-on bangs, I'm telling you, game changer, like changed my life. Now obviously, as you can see, my forehead is huge, and it's also like, you know, my hairline is like far back. I feel like I'm just gonna clip this in basically. I got this one from Amazon. I just feel like that looks like so much better. Like it makes my hairline look a lot lower, my face look like a lot smaller. So that's like one of the tips that I found that was really game changing for me personally and my look that I go for personally, you know. Anyway, the Gengar hoodie comes back on, I'm sorry. Now for the makeup portion of this video, I kind of wanted to move you a little bit closer just so that you can see things a little bit better, and also so that I can kind of look and see like how it's looking in the camera and also in the mirror. I am not doing full on glam since it's like not late. Normally if it was like late in the night, I would do like primer and stuff like that just to make it last. Since I'm just kind of filming right now, and then I'll just take my makeup off later and stuff like that, I'm not going out, I am not going to do like full glam. So I'm going to be using first the e.l.f. Camo Concealer, which is, it's a dupe for some other concealer out there that everybody loves. I can't remember what it's called because I've only ever used this version, and I love this version. I think it's like amazing. You know, it doesn't look super orange like some people. Yeah, don't want to look like that. So, and I usually go for like the inner corner. Now, I personally do not use a color correcting concealer every single time to cover like any kind of 5 o'clock shadow, leftover, anything like that, because I just personally don't have to do that every single day or all the time, but I did used to. And I know that that works for a lot of trans girls and really like helps them with passing and concealing their facial hair throughout the day and stuff like that when they can't obviously shave, you know, throughout the day and stuff like that. So basically, yeah, you're gonna want to get an orange concealer and just put that where your facial hair usually is. And then what I usually do is I'll put a concealer on top of that after I blended out the orange concealer, blend out the concealer, put on a foundation if you need to, and then powder. But usually I do not wear foundation ever, by the way. Like rarely do I wear foundation. So I usually will, even in the past, I would just use the orange concealer and then this concealer on top, and that always worked for me. Okay, so now that that concealer is all blended out, I just use the Fenty powder. I think there's only one powder by Fenty. Okay, all done. Obviously, don't worry, like if you look washed out right now, that'll change. And I usually don't put too much makeup on my forehead either. Now I'm gonna do my brows. I just have the Benefit brow pencil. Okay, so I am all done with my eyebrows now. What I'll do with my eyebrow pencil before I put it away is I will do the Aguasal makeup style under your eye to kind of accentuate the eye bags and make you look younger. People say it makes you look younger or whatever. I just like it because I think it's a cute makeup style or whatever. So yeah, I draw that under my eye, and I will also like kind of squint a little bit too if I need like a guide on where exactly to do that as well. So now after I do that, I will add the white part above the Echo Style, like above the dark part. I'll add the under eye highlight. The white highlighter that I used is from NYX. It's the Jumbo Eye Crayon. Okay, so I have no idea where my normal blush brush is, but I am going to use this and this blush. This is the Tarte blush. It's the Tarte Amazonian Clay 12-hour blush, and it really does last for a long time, so I will give it that. I'm just gonna put that on my nose and under my eyes a little bit. I'm gonna fan it out under my eye a little bit so that it kind of looks like it sets on my cheek. I basically also use the blush as like a de facto like nose contour and just kind of like a totally straight line right above where I'm going to put my highlight. And then I also like to add some to my forehead as well. Okay, so now I will overline my lips a little bit before I put on my lip stain. After that, I'm going to put on my Tarte lip stain. It's called the Maracuja Juicy Lip Tint in Ice Pop. This is an ASMR video now. Shh. ASMR. ASMR. Okay, I know this is the part that everyone has been waiting for. My eyeliner tutorial. So I use the Artist LA Girl brush liquid eyeliner. This is so pigmented, so that's why I like it, and it's really quick and easy to use. You don't have to like keep swiping to get pigment with it, so that's why I really like this one, but it's probably not for everyone because it is really easy to mess up with it as well. So hopefully you can see that I kind of went downwards with it a little bit, like I kind of brought it down and straight out instead of going straight up like that. So I like to make my eyeliner like thick, and I like for it to be like totally straight and connect inwards to my eyes so that it kind of looks like it's like totally straight out, you know what I mean? Now I'm going to take the same eyebrow pencil that I used earlier, and I'm going to draw my lash line a little bit lower so that my eyes look a little bit bigger. It's kind of came from like the GRWM style a little bit, I think, and then it kind of evolved into like the TikTok e-girl type style as well. Now I'm going to put on my mascara, which is super easy. I do not use mascara on my lower lashes. What I do is I draw them on. This is by Judy Doll. This is like a Korean eyeliner brand. This eye pencil is the thinnest one you can ever get in your life. It's the thinnest one I've ever had. It is so pigmented as well. It's just great. The only reason I don't use it for my top like eyeliner is because I just feel like it's a waste. Like I'm just using too much of it, you know what I mean, to get the thicker wing. So I don't use it for that. So I'm going to take that jumbo pencil from NYX and just do my nose highlight, which is just a straight, literally completely straight line right where the light hits. Okay, and there you have it. Totally feminized, unclockable, ready to go to the men's bathroom in the UK, steal all the conservative wives' husbands. All that. I can do all that in this makeup, okay? And so can you. So can anyone, honestly, with or without this makeup style. You can rock it however you choose to, if we're being. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. I hope that this helped you in some way, whether it's just like to get inspiration for your makeup, for your transition, for your life, whatever you're here for, I guess. I just hope it affects you positively, and I hope that I didn't say anything that offended anyone or anything like that, because I know that sometimes stuff can kind of just go over my head as a passing trans person, and I know that, you know, I personally don't have to deal with all of the issues that most trans people have to deal with as someone that was lucky enough to have had the privilege to transition at, you know, 11 years old. So I appreciate anyone who watched this whole video. I will definitely be doing more videos like this in the future, moving into a new place where I can kind of have my own setup and stuff like that, and a bigger setup, so it's going to be great. Subscribe and check out my other socials and stuff like that. Thank you sincerely for watching and listening to me ramble. So yeah, have a good morning, afternoon, night, life.